so high speed? Oh, I bet they're out recruiting and at a major event. Or they might be at MEPS bringing some folks in. Oh, that's right. They're at the annual conference in Corpus Christi.
Good morning. You want to see if you're qualified to join the Texas Army National Guard?
Me? Okay.
Let me get this form right here. Thanks. I'll have one of our high-speed recruiters call you. Hello, Recruiting and Retention Command. I hope that you're enjoying yourselves in Corpus Christi. I wanted to do a common thing like having a shout-out to you in an uncommon way and maybe grab your attention. I know that you're not at the storefronts working. I know that you're in Corpus Christi, and I know that you're getting awards and being recognized and kind of rebluing, and you need to do that. And I'm really sad that I can't be there with you to thank you, to pass out some of those awards, and just shake your hands and hug a few necks and let you know how much I appreciate you. I really hate not being there with you. I want to tell you, you have done an amazing job this last year and exceeded all of our expectations and really attained all the goals that we could ever ask you to do, and I appreciate you so much. Of course, I'm going to ask you to do that again this year, but I'm going to do what I can to support you, and I want to talk to you a little bit about that. Colonel Cheney's initiative on this 360-degree approach is where I can really fit in and help you. You already know that I support you, but I'm going to be working with my commanders and leaders and getting them on board with some of the things that we do. The first thing that I'm going to do is make sure that we clean up our UMRs. We have to clean up our UMRs, and it'll help not only in the recruiting and retention realm, but it'll help to make sure that we're accounting for our soldiers, that we have our appropriate MOS queue, and just have some visibility over what we actually need in that unit. Of course, that ties into being medically fit and ready to deploy, which is one of the Adjutant General's biggest goals. I don't ever want to have a unit that goes through an SRP and has some people fall out for medical reasons. The unit deploys, and then they come back, and we still have people that are sitting and not able to deploy. So we're going to work those medical issues as hard as we can. And also have visibility of those vacancies and the potential vacancies where those medical folks are sitting. So please know that I'm going to support you in that way. Here's where I'm going to ask you to do your part, and that is to fill the critical MOS vacancies that we need. There are some MOSs out there that are very hard to capture, and I want to make sure that you're working hard to help us do that once you have the visibility. I also want to make sure that we're looking at our understrength units and filling those vacancies. There are a few units around the state that just are understrength and need to be brought up to 100%. Something that I haven't had you be involved too much in the past is recruiting of officers and warrant officers. And you know that we have some critical shortages in those areas, especially in the warrant officer realm. So not only do we want to recruit from within our ranks, but if we can catch some people coming off of active duty, some warrants, and just doing that encouragement to fill those ranks as well. Texas needs strong leaders, and so I'm counting on you to help in that area. I also would like to talk to you about retaining selectively. And I know this goes back a lot to our leaders, our command sergeants major and our commanders, and really looking at the folks that we retain within our ranks. They're going to have to be the best and the brightest because you are going to recruit into the unit, and we're going to have to really watch where our strength goes. We can't go with what we have in the past, and that's just recruiting the plenty. We really have to focus on recruiting the particular and retaining the particular. So I want you to think of one more thing before I let you go, and that is diversity. That's the Adjutant General's next priority, deployability and diversity. Diversity brings such strengths and opportunities to our force, and I want to make sure that we are recruiting and retaining but keeping diversity in mind at all times. So please remember, it's all about Texas. I appreciate you so much for what you do, and I look forward to meeting you at the next Recruiting and Retention Conference to thank you once again for what you do. Hua, please continue to be Texas strong. So once again, Recruiting and Retention Command, just know that I appreciate you. Have some good training out there. Know that I miss you. And above all, be safe. My husband booked me on a cruise, and I have my flippy floppies, and I'll be on a boat.